I'm going to show you how to now really place those images, resize, rotate, and even crop some of those images in your project. So first probably thing, once you've placed them all, and I'll place a couple more in here. So I'll place maybe this one. When you're placing them, they'll come in as separate layers. The problem is they're going to come in maybe too big or too small. What we need to do is we need to place a little bit of resizing on there. And these last few that I just put in, they came in fairly big. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. So easiest way to do this is if you hold down your Alt and use your scroller wheel on your keyboard, that's probably going to be the easiest way to zoom out to see your workspace. There is a zoom tool over here too that you can click on and mouse click and zoom in, zoom out that way too. So you just got to kind of pick which way you like. So looks like this first one, this one's too big, so I'm zoomed out so I can see the bounding box. And if I go from a corner, I should be able to stretch that, put that in the right slot and everything. And you want to hold down Shift so it doesn't distort, or if it does, or if it's just distorting, you can also come up here and make sure you have that checked. And then when you've got it kind of placed, click on the check to finalize that one. Click on your next one, grab a corner. If it's, once again, if it's stretching, then make sure you click on the constraint proportions to place that in there. This one's, and then yeah, make sure you click on the check to kind of place that in there. So this one's really big, so I might have to do a little bit of maneuvering with that. So kind of cut that, and don't go too small that you're making it too small of an image, but just kind of start placing that where you want it to go. If you want to rotate some things, so I've got this one, maybe I want to rotate this a little bit, I can go ahead and just kind of grab it from a corner to rotate if you want to. If you don't like that, just click on the X or the do not symbol, and then go ahead and click on the check when you've got it kind of placed in there. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in a couple more images, but before I do that, I need to crop out some things in some of these. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I want this little logo on here, but I do not want kind of these other side pieces. So I'm going to grab this rectangle marquee tool, and you can select it. And once I've selected it, if I come down and just apply a mask, that'll kind of crop it for me. And you have some options that you can do. You can also do this elliptical marquee tool. So you could kind of come in here, and maybe that might work a little bit better for this, but kind of get the selection in there. And I could select it and then click on that mask tool, and I'll kind of cut it out just the way I want it to. Grab the move tool and kind of place that back where I want it to go. So you can continue to kind of place and resize and start laying out your collage. Looks like this one I want to do a little bit of cropping on this one too, so I'm going to grab just the rectangle one on this one and just kind of do a little selection, and then click on that mask tool so that it gets rid of parts that I do not want. So that's a little bit with placing your collage.